that it was better for the story for that to happen, and that it was, and I know that that's controversial. I know some of you are probably like, no, it wasn't. And there was a time when I agreed with you. I was like, no, it's not. I don't want him to die. And I've been very vocal about my opposition to that. But I had to figure out how to make that work for me. And I ultimately did believe in doing it that way, and that's what we got. So
what was your, I don't remember that conversation that you had with the producers about what you envisioned for the end for Dean. Initially, I mean, I remember that story that you told about the crossroads, which was like that dream that you had.
oh yeah.
That was like, it's funny, speaking of Sam, I remember like being in that interview and you telling, when we were at Comic-Con, you telling that story and all three of us teared up. You remember that? But it was like, you know, you clarified the question in kind of an interesting way, because I think for all of us, we also became so enmeshed with those characters that they're, in a lot of ways, they more felt like us than other characters that I played. Like Cass felt like more a part of me and less differentiated after 12 years, and I'm sure Dean after 15 years, it was like, if you were putting on the cloak of a character, but at the same time, it was also a part of you in a way that's hard to totally untangle. And I'm quite confident in my life will never be replicated with another role. Like, there was something about doing that for so long and being so, in my case, entrenched in that trench coat. But there was most of the time I felt like I understood what he was doing and could stand by it.
I think I always had the idea that for some reason, and this might, I think it's a series of events that kind of occurred that made me kind of always have that in my heart, that Dean would be the kind of the lone survivor. I mean, even the end of episode 1, when Sam dies, and I just felt like, well, that's what's gonna end up happening at some point. Like, he's not gonna be able to make a deal and bring his brother back, and he's gonna have to live with that. And I always thought that was the way it was gonna go. And like you said, like I had dreams about it, about how it was gonna be for Dean to be solo. And so I guess over those many years, it just always kind of